Who in the Sam hell is Scott? I don't know who is Scott. God damn it, I'm the dog. I'm here. You guys thought you were getting rid of me, didn't you? You thought. The dog was put to bed. Well, the dog is not put to bed. The dog is in full effect. I worked literally for like, the reason why the show started just a touch late today, because I worked at getting this wig on correctly for probably like 7 to 8 minutes. Like, I could not get it straight on my head. Because first off, as you know, it's been measured and proven that my head is giant. It's a giant head. It's fucking huge. And getting this thing on correctly is extremely difficult. But I'm going to tell you what, right now, I look fucking good. I'm right now the dog, I'm the best looking dog there is right here. This guy. Welcome to Vape at 5. I'm your host. I am the dog. I want to start out today with a little bit of good news. A little bit of joyous news. Something that could have been a rather hairy situation. A rather mulleted situation, but turned out to be something actually extremely awesome. Had some things to do today. I actually took the day off, and I had some things to do today. I had to do some building, and I joined a Zoom room and did some building and met some new people, and really had a nice day. After I was all done with that, I had to pack some stuff up, and I had to send it out. So I had some things I had to send out to some of the patrons and things like that I had put together for them, and I was coming back from the post office, and it was just like one of those things. I was so busy all day that I realized I hadn't eaten yet. And you ever do that? You're like just like doing stuff all day, and all of a sudden you're like, God, I'm hungry, and you're like, oh shit, I haven't eaten. It's like 2 o'clock. You haven't eaten yet. So we have a McDonald's right next to our house, and I know McDonald's gets a bad rap, but everything in there everything's fantastic at McDonald's. It's so good. Like whatever chemist made the taste of the quarter pounder with cheese really deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. It is our Nobel Prize for science. It's fucking fantastic. It tastes exactly the same every time, and it's always fucking good. So I pull into McDonald's, and I'm driving in. And ours, you have to drive in on one side, and you go all the way around to the drive-thru. And there's a separate entrance that comes in there that's kind of right in front of the drive-thru. And pulling around and just kind of taking my time. And like I talk about, I drive pretty slow. Like I'm not like in a rush or anything. I'm just fucking, just getting from one place to another, man. That's all I'm doing. And this lady in this big white SUV or whatnot, whatever it was, she cut right in front of me into the drive-thru, and I was like, wow. I was like, I didn't expect that to happen. I was like, what a jerk. Like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's just not very cool. But I didn't really care. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get upset about it. It's no big deal. Obviously, she's in a rush. I'm not in a rush, so it's not a big deal. Like, I just, fuck it. So we work our way through the drive-thru, and I get up to the pay window, and the lady's like, the lady in front of you just paid for your food. And I was like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah. And I'd never had that happen to me before. I mean, I know that's amazing. Being like the handsome devil that I am, and being so famous that I actually pick up checks at restaurants you wouldn't believe. I actually do. People don't just pay for me all the time. It's amazing. They don't know the Vape at 5, apparently. Nobody knows the Vape at 5. Nobody does. But anyway, so, yeah, she paid for my food. So, I was like, that's really nice. I flashed my lights, and I just kind of waved out the window at her and just left it at that. But I was driving home, and I got home, told my wife, and I'm like, I could have been a dick. I could have laid on the horn and been like, hey, fuck you, why are you fucking cutting me off? Are you that fucking hungry? Like, what's wrong with you, Like, that's just rude, whatever. But I didn't do that. And the response, she felt bad, obviously, because she probably realized what she had done and paid for my food. So I got a free smoked bacon cheeseburger today from McDonald's. It's Thursday. How's everybody doing? Great to see everybody. So glad you all have made it. Today we're going to do something. I got something planned for you. We're going to take a look at the Vice RDA. It's not a review. It's just going to be a build and wick. So I'm going to do a little 4-core, maybe 3-core square alien. And then we're going to wick up that little baby right there. Let me see if I can get that to focus in. Come on. There you go. So that is the Vice RDA. First time I've seen it. 24 millimeter RDA. This is by Osmosis and Vape Porn. Okay. Not too bad. I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you, again, it came super clean. Like, it's ridiculous how clean it is. I threw it in the ultrasonic when it first got in, but I took a picture of it because it was so clean. It has like a split level vice type grip. Got a so that's the deck, and I'll show you guys when I'm on the down low a little. When I'm on the down low, I'll show you guys when I have it on the down low there. What it looks like, squonk pin looks like it comes right out of the middle there. Yeah, so has that peak insulator like right in the middle there to separate the negative from the positive. So we'll see how it works. I don't know, feels a little, doesn't feel like it's super great quality, but it doesn't mean it won't vape good. It's got 3-hole airflow. So we're going to wick it up and we'll give it a shot. I'm going to go ahead and start that because I don't know how long it's going to take to do all that crap. So I'll start it and then I'll just, we'll just bullshit back and forth. And then if I have time, I'll say hi to everybody. Now, if you don't remember, what do you have to do for tomorrow? Tomorrow is what? Vic Newton. What's tomorrow, Nick? You know what tomorrow is, Nick? Tomorrow is the Rigged Friday giveaway, guys. And the big grand prize giveaway is three sets of coils from Colin Manning or CollinVapes. How do you enter that? Do you know how to enter that? Joey, the motherfucker know? Do you know how to enter it? I do. You know why I know how to enter? Because I fucking wrote the rules. I'm the rule maker. That's how I know. You have to repost a picture from CollinVapes' IG page with the hashtag BlackCatFam and an @ Mr. CollinVapes. Getting hot. It's getting hot in here. I'm going to take off all my clothes. I was freezing, and I'm still like, any part of my body that's not covered is fucking freezing in this basement. But like the parts that are covered are getting a little warm. So we'll get a little more comfortable for you guys. What do you think? How you like that? You like a more relaxed dog? More relaxed dog for the show? All right, so I already did a 26 gauge D-core, which is your standard D-core for all the variations of square core aliens I do, which are either 3.4 square wire nichromating or 4.3 square wire stainless steel or nichromating. That's the 3 versions that I do. Today, you know what? Let's do the 30T build. Let's do the 30T build. So I'm gonna grab some 0.4 square wire. Let me find that. And here it is. So I'm gonna do my 30T build is typically 3.4 square wire nichrome 80, alien wrap with 36. I'm not gonna build it like that. I'm gonna wrap it 5 times. So it's basically like a 26 gauge alien, but it's a way better experience because of the wire being flat. Just makes it so much better. Not only flat, but it's square. So you're not losing the mass of the wire, the heat of the wire, but you get that more of the surface. And I think that little bit of change is what makes it so great. Grab some pliers. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna try to make 4 total. So 4 total would be about 3.5 would be 7, 14. So I need about 28 inches for my first cut here. And then I will do another piece that is 14 inches. So let me try to guess this. That's about 28 inches. That's gonna be just fine. So let's cut this here. How's everybody doing today? Thursday, almost ready for Friday. Friday before Christmas. My Veronica's out like shopping like a mad woman. We were going to do something today. We were going to do something that we hadn't done before. So I have the dog wig, and I was the dog for Halloween like 5 or 6 years ago. But she was Beth Chapman for Halloween 5 or 6 years ago. She was going to do she was going to wear her Beth outfit and come on here with me for a little bit, but she had to finish up her Christmas shopping. When you have grandkids, like, Christmas shopping is such a fucking chore, man. It really, really is. And, well, when you have kids in general, Christmas shopping's a chore, obviously. But when you have grandkids, it's even more so. Because now we have, we have a 7-year-old, which is our child. And then we have 3 grandkids that are all, like, 7, you know, 4 and 1. So it's like we have a ton. Like it's just a lot of stuff to get, man. Anytime you have 4 kids under 10 buying for Christmas is huge. Huge. It's not like it's not a whole lot of money really at that age because they don't want, you know, they just want shiny and things that make noises and stuff like that really. But it's still a lot, you know, it's a lot of work to get it all. So she went back out today with my daughter to go get the rest of it. Hey, what took Mike? I had a question for you, Mike. Why did you put the ZZ in front of your name? I was curious. Is that like ZZ Top? I was just curious why you did that. I don't know. No big deal. I didn't get your Adore package out. I got everybody else's out and I forgot yours. When I came down here, I was like, shit. Because I had it ready and I just forgot. So I'll get that out to you on Saturday. Yeah, I got, I don't think there was anybody. I think all of the stuff I sent out today was just Patreon stuff. It's hell having an aunt at your age. Yeah. All right. Grab this here. And let's see, did I cut some? I didn't. So let me cut some 40 gauge up. We'll wrap it up. One thing about this wig is it gets extremely hot and extremely itchy, like as I'm doing this. And one of the big reasons why I quit doing it is because it was so fucking hot. It sucked. I couldn't sacrifice. How's my internet? Now you guys got me fucking paranoid that my internet's gonna drop out. I'm waiting for it to fucking drop. Oh, dude, I'm still bitter about yesterday because I felt like the review was going really well, and I felt like it was like you know, for a live review is a little different, you know, because you can't like nobody does their review on their first take. You know what I mean? So you have to stop. You know, you stop and start and you cut, and you kind of polish it up a little bit. You know what I mean? So that it flows a little better and it's a little easier to watch. So when you do it live, you know, it's a little more difficult because you're just going from the cuff a lot of times, and if you can't think of the correct thing you want to say, you just got to kind of wing it and try to, you know, it may come across as stupid. And I felt like yesterday's was one of the better ones. I thought I was, you know, pretty good, and for it to just stop in the middle like that was just, I mean, absolutely so disheartening. So disheartening. And I thought I had all my internet problems behind me. After months, well, not months, but weeks of working on my internet at the beginning and fine-tuning it and finally getting it to work, getting my settings all right, I don't know what changed. I really, really don't, but it's been consistent this week. So hopefully today will go smooth. I'm watching it like a hawk today, but I hope it goes smooth today and I don't have to make any more drastic changes. All right, put some glue on this here. Mac, how you doing? Big G, what's up, buddy? Clutch, Nick, Joey, Lime Dog, Kim, Charles the Baron, Selena, what's up, girl? So we got, after this week, or after Friday's show, I don't know what I'm going to do as far as shows go. I think I'll just play it by ear. So if you're interested in watching them, Duke Nukem Vapes. What's up, Duke? Brain on Wire. What's up, buddy? How you been? Clint. Great picture quality. Yeah, I got my camera. Like, I got all that dialed in. If I could just keep the fucking internet up. You know what I mean? I've got everything else dialed in pretty good. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do over the Christmas holiday. I haven't really thought about it yet. I think I'll kind of play it by ear. Like, if I'm available to do the shows on Monday and Tuesday, then I'll do them. I doubt I'll do anything on Tuesday. I really, really doubt I'll do anything on Christmas. Just because I don't know what the family situation will be like over here. I think we're going to have some people early. I don't know if we'll have people later in the evening, but we'll see. And so we'll just play that one by ear. But I will have shows on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. But it just won't be any featured builders. So I have to decide what I want to do. I know there'll be a review one of those days because I have the next thing I'm reviewing. This weekend I'm going to review some stuff. And then next thing I'm reviewing is going to be this Vault RDA, which I'm wicking up today. That'll probably be next Wednesday. And then I have a Bunch of stuff coming. Just some products that people, a little bit older products that I got coming. I'll probably be reviewing, probably do a profile review just because so many people are talking about it. A lot of people have put that as their #1 RDA for 2018. So I decided to go ahead and get one. And I'll probably review that for you guys. Be a little bit different of our view. I've never used a mesh RDA before. But I'm really excited to. I think it'd be really neat to try it. And I don't... I don't know. I don't really know exactly. I don't know anything about it. Let's just put it that way. I guess there's a lot of things I could say, but I really don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? I know that's a mesh RDA. I kind of understand the concept of the wicking and how the mesh goes in there. So I'm really excited to like take it down, break it up, and see what break it apart. You know, with wick it up, look at it, see what it actually does, and give you some good feedback on it. And yeah, it really interests me. So I have that. I'll have that review coming. I have some others. I have some other stuff from Asmodus they sent me that I got to review. But I'll probably concentrate more on that type stuff these next couple weeks. And so we'll just go with that. And then M-Turk. So M-Turk will be featured, and then he'll be featured that first weekend, first full week in January. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. 4 nice wraps with some 0.5 ribbon here at the top. Flatten it out. That's going to be my slider going down this core. I got enough here for 2 sets. So I'm going to make 2 sets here. One I'll wick and one I'll save. I try not to make anything anymore unless I make 2 to 3 sets of it. It just saves time in the long run. So I'm going to take this 40 gauge, and you see I'm pulling it all the way down to the end. Now I'm going to take my slider right behind it to keep it nice and neat. Go down to the end here of these 3 cores. I'm going to find a nice flush point, and I'm going to cut it. All right. Okay, so here is, there you go. There's my stack. So there's my 3 pieces of 0.4. I don't even try to straighten. God, this thing is awful. I don't even try to straighten 0.4. I mean, you can. I have a little trouble with it, straighten it though, quite frankly. The Nichrome 80, the stainless is really easy. You can just rip it and pull it right apart. But this one, I have a little problem with the 0.4. I can never get it to straighten fully, so I don't even mess with it. I just let it stay bent, and it's clean enough off of that off the spool that it really doesn't matter either way whether it's straight or not. When you put it in the drill and have some weight and pull it apart, it's going to straighten up the cores either anyway. Tactical Vaping, what's up? How you doing, Jackass? How are you, buddy? Yes, Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's a vapor, and didn't know if you knew if I was a vapor or not. I sure fucking am. Little weird news about Dog the Bounty Hunter. I think I kind of throw this out there. If you haven't heard, his wife had cancer, and it's back. And that was one thing. My wife's like, apparently it's back, and it's not operable. They can't really do anything about it now. So I feel really bad. The guy had he's one of those type of guys. He's kind of reminds me of me that like really depends on their wife and would kind of be lost without her. And I feel that's the way that he is too. So I feel really, really bad for him. It's square wire, Dustin. I only vape square wire. That's it. 0.4 and 0.3 square wire is all I vape. And then I make 0.2 square wire for Jane and the builds I send her. Or have sent her. I haven't sent her anything in a while. I need to send her some more. Yeah, I don't vape round wire anymore. All I vape is square. I mean, I can't say that. I'll throw together like a 27 gauge alien just if I need something really, really quick and it's just laying around. And I have Nichrome 90 round wire that I still use when I want that, when I'm looking for that poppy hot vape. It's the Rebel. I got it working today. I had to fuck with it to get it to work. Don't get me started, Charlie. Don't get me started. Yeah, Duke. You know, I heard that just breaks my heart for the guy. Like, you know, and it doesn't matter whether you like the guy or not. When you hear of something going on in that, I mean, they have family and kids, and it's like, You just feel, and she's young. I mean, I don't even think she's 60. And for that, you know, to have that hanging over your head. And yeah, so my wife was kind of weird. She's like, I don't know if I want to be Beth. You know, I think it's kind of disrespectful. And I was like, well, I was like, you know, one, they're not going to see it. You know, I get like 200 views. You know, I doubt Dog the Bounty Hunter is really a viewer of the Vape at 5. You know what I mean? But still, it's just the kind of the principle of it, I think. She just didn't really like that. And I was like, I respect it. Freddie, you should, man. Give it a shot. Make yourself up a set of the 0.3, 4-core 0.3. Try that out, Freddie. Tell me what you think. Hey, Jen, how are you? Mike Berg, how are you? She's only 51. Isn't that just amazing? That's just terrible. That's just absolutely terrible. Judgy about the round wire. That's right. Yeah, I'm not being judgy. I don't really like it. Not that I don't like it. I just like square wire that much better. That's what I vape. I mean, it's better, and that's what I like, and it's my style of vape. You know, everybody's got a different vape. Everybody vapes differently. So, you know, I can tell you something's fantastic and be like, it fucking sucks. You know, whether it's a piece of equipment or whether it's a, you know, the type of coil. But for my vaping style, like if you like, and I think that's the thing with finding reviewers. Find reviewers that, you know, vape like you do. And once you find someone, they start telling you some things, and you're like, man, that really worked for me, or that was a perfect vape for me too. Then you know that their vaping style is like yours, and, you know, you can kind of mess with it. But I'm sure there's people out there that vape square wire. I've heard people talk about it, say, yeah, it's too spitty, I don't like it. It's like, don't like it, really? Too spitty. I'm like, oh, man, it's fucking perfect. Yeah, so that's, you know, that's just the way it is. All right, I'm gonna use my little flat drill chuck here. Put the end of these three the core here into my little clamp. Slide that into the drill chuck here. And pull that nice and tight. Try to get it as straight as I possibly can. Looks pretty straight. Yep, there we go. That looks great. All right, let me crank this down just a little bit if I can. And get all this good stuff out of the way. Grab my 36 gauge D-core off of 26 gauge is what I use. This is a pretty long one. I did about, I think this is about 20 something inches worth of D-core here. Stretch it out just an arm's length. Get it out of my sweet hair. Fucking hair. What the fuck? If you've never watched Vape at 5 before, this is my real hair. Fucking handsome bastard, aren't I? Alright, let's tie this on here. Spitters or quitters, god damn it. That's right, Tommy. How you doing, Tommy V? Good to see you, brother. So happy you're here, man. Darth, Bill McCurry, how you doing? There's Nana. How you doing, Nana? Watch your hair. Thank you, Nana. Todd Black, if I didn't say hi. Steven, how are you, sir? Good to see you. All right. Get this on here. And flatten that out. That looks pretty good. I think I should be all right. Let's go ahead and start her out. You guys want to go up top and get the down low view? Let's do the down low. Bring that here. I'm going to have to adjust. Let me go to that camera. And I'm going to have... Oh, that's pretty clear. All right, that'll work. Let's do this too. Let's throw myself up in the corner so you can see how I'm angling it. And let's just adjust this just a touch down. There you go. So you can kind of see what I'm doing with my hands. All right. All right. Let's let it roll on down. Okay, it looks pretty good so far. So what I like to do, as you guys know, is I start it out for about 1/2 inch. Then I just mash it down and make it look real nice and pretty. It looks like the wire is spinning a little bent. So I'm going to put a little bit more pressure on the drill here and pull it away from the swivel to kind of straighten it out and keep it going. Yeah, it's bent here right at the beginning. That's all right. I should be able to fight through it here. Oh, it's caught. No wonder. I was like, what the heck? You know that anything that can go wrong will go wrong on the Vape at 5. All right, start it back up again. All right, and I'm watching, so I'm trying to make sure my core stays straight. And I'm watching for the, I'm watching to make sure there's 2 lines, and those 2 lines represent the separation between the 3 cores on the inside. So I'm just keeping an eye on that as I roll on down. There we go. Pretty good so far. Move that down, move you guys down. Oh, lordy, lordy. Not feeling like it wants to lay right. That's all right. We'll get it. There we go. What in God's name is this caught on? Rolling on down. Okay, perfect. Let's move that just a touch. Now I got everything working. I had the D-core like was hitting the ground and it was getting caught under the side of the table, and it kept pulling it back from me. So I got it off the ground now. I typically don't have my D-cores quite this long. Keep on rolling. There we go. Looking fantastic. I'm going to zero this in just a bit. Put my hand here. There, that looks like that's more in focus. Move this on down. working on down the core here. Okay, moving on a little more. Yeah, I got about enough here. I should be able to get 2 sets out of this, I hope. Or at least that's my goal, is to get 2 sets. That way I have one for me. You know, I could give one away. All right, looking fantastic. I'll bring it down lower so you guys can actually see the, looks good. What it looks like down low. Move you guys down low. I think that's about as far as I can go unless I turn it just like that. All right. Okay, that is that. Let's bring you down just a little bit so you can see how this actually looks. I'll just pick a spot. Let's just do it right there since it's close. Bring it in. There you go. You can kind of see that there. A little opened up there. Pick a better spot. There you go. That's how that looks. I'll wrap it up as well and bring it down and show it to you guys. Up here, let's put myself back on the main. All right, let's cut this off. And see how much I got here. Looks like about 17 inches. About 17 inches? That's what she said. This fucking wig! It's terrible, man. It's fucking terrible! It's frightening. Frightening to look at myself with this fucking thing on. Oh, Jesus, God, help me. Lord! Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. All right, let's see how much we got. I messed up a little bit at the beginning there because I didn't have my stretch right. And I was too lazy to re-stretch it. So I was like, I'll just increase the tension until it fixes it. And this will keep wrong. I don't know, does anybody else do that? Like if you're making aliens and like, you know, your stretch isn't right. Instead of like re-stretching it, I just like hold the tension more to get the stretch the way I want it and then keep going. Like I don't even worry about like trying to fix it. I just keep going and get it. So 14 is exactly what I need. And that looks correct for two sets. Perfecto. So I can cut all that garbage off of this. All right. So first thing you do, you got your stick here. I'm gonna take it and just walk down with my nylons, get it nice and flat. Real important that you keep this square wire, that you keep the cores very, very flat. And the great thing about it is they want to be flat. You know, when you put a round piece, something round next to something round, it doesn't want to stay like that. But when you put two things that are flat against each other, obviously physics wants them to stay that way, and it creates a perfect flat surface. That may be part of why it's such a great vape. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna go 3.5. I've got myself a set, and I got somebody else's set. I'm gonna do a 5 wrap on a 3mm jig. Let me measure that one. 3.5. 3.5. All right. Let's see what we got left here. Just under 7. Looks about even. And I'll keep that one for me. All right, so put the good one. I'll wrap that up. I'll wrap them both up. Let's get this over. Get this all out of the way. Is my Rebel still working? Surprisingly, it is. Thanks, KLR. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, right? A rolling pin. That's an interesting idea. I just wouldn't have the room for it. Or a spaghetti roller, right? I don't know if that would flatten it out too much. Clutch, a lot of people make them. Square, staple stagger fuse Claptons. I think Collin had a couple. A lot of people do that. A lot of people make staple stagger fuse Claptons with just ribbon wire. A lot of square wire. Nobody really uses as much square wire, I don't think, as I do. I think I pretty much use the most. Most people just incorporate square, round, and ribbon in their builds, and I just use all square. I don't even mess with ribbon anymore. I really don't. It's just not worth it. Coil jig. Pasta clay roller. Yeah, pasta roller works good, church. You know, Frank, so it's funny. I have a 3mm jig that I always keep. But no, on the 30T build, I use a 3.5 on that build. But it's a 4 wrap. It's a 4 wrap. But typically, yeah, 3. I don't typically go higher than that. I think you start risking flavor when you start increasing the diameter of the coil. At least in my experience, you have. I think there's probably people that could discuss that either way. But for me, 3 is like the best flavor-wise. But I get my square wire Cody. I get it from Kidney Puncher, and I get my the stainless steel square wire from KB Wire. Pasta rollers work good, don't they, Nick? Yeah, I got my eye. I go to a lot of flea markets and shit like that. Like, that's just, I'm frugal. So I go to flea markets, and plus they're kind of fun to barter with and shit. I like doing that. And I always keep my eye out for one. I'm going to buy one. I'll find one this year. This season, I'll find one. Some random woman in SUVs dropped off an Amazon box. She's a fan of the Baby 5. All right, get this over here for you guys to see. All right. Can you see that? No. Shit. No, I can't win for losing. All right, I'm going to wrap these up. Let's see if we can bring it over here more. There we go. Bring that down just a touch. All right. I have so much stuff on my desk here. It is just absolutely awful. Take your hemostats, grab the top here, grab your 3mm jig to set it next to it. I'm just going to wrap nice 5 wrap here. All right, now when that happens, it's no big deal. Just grab it, wrap it all the way around, and then straighten it back out. There we go. And since this one's for me, I don't care if I have to cut the leaves really, really short. I don't really care because I'm going to straighten them up when I install it anyway. All right, there's one. Grab the second one here. And again, I don't care if the leads are super short since I'm using them. All right. And what you can do, so you see how my lead is right there? See how it's nice and short? All you do, you want to lengthen it a little bit, grab that short lead and pull. And I'm just going to pull it about half a turn. So now it looks just like that. And then I take the old lead and I wrap it around. Now with this 0.4, it is a little feisty, so it wants to fight me. So what you're going to do, I have it like that, right? I have my thumb on it here, and I'm just going to grab it and pull it back around. There we go. Now it's back straight, and then they're both even. Let me grab those other two. Now the other two, I'm going to use a 3.5, and I'm going to make these legit 30T builds. So 30T build is this core wire on a 3.5 jig 4 wrap. So I got my 3.5 jig, and I'll wrap these on a 4 wrap, and these will be a legit 30T. And if you are vaping a mech 30T, it's like the perfect build. You can drop it down. If you want to do it on a 3, you can and get away with it. But just to be safe, I put it on a 3.5. Gives it about a half. Gives it just a little bit more oomph, or a little bit more ohms. So you're not getting at too unsafe of a level. Just depending on your vaping style. So that is the actual 30T right there. That's what that looks like. I'll save these for somebody. There we go. Until I'm used to wrapping those. Then I actually cut the lengths to 3.5, which is the actual length of what I do with my 30Ts. All right, so let's bring these down here so you guys can see them. There you go. Let's move myself out of the way here. And let's mirror these up. There you go. There is the 30T build. Little out of focus there. Looks like there's a little piece of tape in that one too. I'll have to get that off there. Yep. 30T. Put that over there. All right, let's get this wicked up. What do you say? Get everything out of the way here. Don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need this. I need this. I need these. I don't know how many cotton threads I have left in here. I may have to grab. I have my other ones over there. I got 2. And we're going to wick up. Let's bring this down here so you guys can see. We're going to wick this up. All right, so let's see what's in the box here. Let us see what's in the, that's a little bit too much light, isn't it? Let's do this. Move that. I'll turn that a little bit to kind of take some of that. There we go. I think, is that better? Yeah, that looks a little better so you can kind of see it. So here it is. There's a close-up of the deck. Got that peak insulator there in between the two. Negative from the positive. Same thing on both sides. Nice and clean. See the squonk pin there? Pretty cool. All right, let's grab what's in the box and let's see if they give me a tool to open this thing up. One of my huge pet peeves is them not providing a tool. I'm also going to, you know what? I'm going to need to change it out. It gives me some coils too, but I'm going to need to change out this to a squonk pin because I'm going to use this in a squonk configuration. So let's do that first. Grab my squonk pin out of the bag here. And let's see what else I got in the bag. Oh, I see. So there's a little hex there on the top. See that little X there? There you go. That's a good picture of it. They give you a little like cat looking or bear looking type thing for that. Pretty cool. So let's take this off of here. I'm not sure if that's milled to the deck or not, but it appears to be. So let's see if I can get this out with this. Okay, that fits in there nicely. There we go. I just put my finger around the top here to keep it safe so it doesn't come falling off on me. See if we can get that there. There we go. Yep, it is not connected to the deck. So, which I wouldn't expect it to be, but who knows? Holding that in there till it catches. There we go, I got it. I just give this a nice firm twist until I feel it catch. Don't want to force it. That feels good. All right, got my squonk pen in. Again, there's moisture on it. God only knows how that happened. Let's use my shirt here to clean that up. I don't know how. That's the second time. Maybe it's on my Addy stand. I don't fucking know. There you go. There's the bottom of it. All gold-plated deck, which I'm not a fan of, but anything Asmodus makes is always gold-plated deck. So it is what it is. They give you a couple screws here. I'll review this next week, but there you go. There's the coils that come with it. Looks like dual fused. Yeah, fused Clapton's 0.3. I'm a little bit lower than that. And when I say a little, I mean a lot lower. So let's go ahead and install these. Let me bring the chat back up. Am I still online? Good, good. All right. Does it feel good, Scott? I don't know what that means. All right. Here, open. Oh, it's already open. Okay, so I have no idea what this is going to do. So, oh, I see. So it opens up in like 2 layers there. So let's go ahead and put one in here. See how that looks. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy Lord. Okay. Okay. We're going here. Push it all the way in. Cut off my excess here. I'm gonna grab my other one and take a look at it. Cut just a little bit off of here, not too much. And some off of here. Okay. We're gonna put this one in just like so. Oh Lord. Oh Lordy Lord. Let's grab a okay. All right, there we go. They're in. They're in! Let's grab my, where's my little bear thing? There it is. And we're gonna tighten her up. I would assume that you would get better at this when you start using it, but it's a little awkward. I will say that. All right. Once you have them in there, it's a lot. Installing them is a little awkward. Once you have them in there, though, it actually looks pretty damn good. So they are raised fairly high off of the deck, higher than I would have expected. Which just may have been an oversight, just not looking at them correctly. And they are, I gotta get them away from the pen here because they are really tight. Okay, let's clean them up just a little bit. Clip off some of the little ends here. Get that off there best I can. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, let's sew some cotton in it. Let me get this here. Where's that light coming from? Is it this one? Let me turn this off. Does that help? Nah, that light's coming from over on the side. Not a whole lot I can do about it, guys. All right, so let's put everything away the way I found it. this back in here. Put this back in here, and we will put this back on here. Now, let's see. I don't know if these will work or not. These are Cotton Jack, and these were sent to me by Tommy Vapors. And I really, really like them, but I don't know if it'll be long enough. So let's just take a look. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that will work. Let's cut it up and see if it does. Yeah, I think that's going to work. All right. Grab my tool here. There it is. And this looks like I need to thin it out. This is pretty thick. I used these before for quite a while, and I actually like them. Really good. So let's just clean them up a bit. All right. And let's just see how that looks. Yeah, it worked. Kind of particular at how it gets in there, but that's just me being a weirdo. Gotta make sure everything's going the right way. All right, so that's how it wicks. Make sure that's in there nice and tight. There we go. So that's it wicked. Let's do the other side. Grab me another Cotton Jack. Cotton Jacks. Nick Fenton, did I drop? Nick Fenton's calling. What's up, Nick?
Post your coils. No.
Huh?
Post your coils.
Oh my God, I forgot. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it, buddy.
Catch you in a bit, man.
All right, buddy. See you later. All right. I got all excited to wick it, and I forgot to pulse my coils. Oop, throw that away. So, let's do that real quick, which is the fun part anyway, right? So, let's grab this here, make sure I don't know if my Rebel will actually work, but we're going to try. Okay, so let's see what it comes out to. Oh, don't look at that. It's a little low. It's going to burn in a little higher than that, but I'm using it on a regulated device, guys, so nobody panic. It's going to be on a regulated device. Let's grab my... There. So how I do mine is I just basically put them on, line them up, and I shake them out as I'm pulsing them. So I'll shake them out a little bit, pulse them. I'm gonna drop the wattage down. I got it pretty high, so let's change that. Down to, let's go down to about 40. Now I'm just gonna grab them again. There we go. Now they're starting to get me a little color. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pinch this one first. Hold down the fire button. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do the exact same thing to this one. Pinch it, hold down the fire button, and I'm just gonna strum them out. Strum out this side. Set this one up just a bit more. Look at that one. Oh! You fucking cocksucker, did you? You cocksucker. Fantastic. So, That's definitely not a pro. That would not be a pro. That you have your coils set and securely in, and they pop out. So let's see if I can get it put back in there. The good news is it's already burnt in, so I don't have to do that again. The bad news is that if it does that while I'm using it... Oh, it was loose. How the fuck did that happen? Oh my god, this circle thing is just ridiculous. Why couldn't this just be flat? Why couldn't that just be flat? All right, now first off, this coil is like 6,000 degrees. So I'm going to try not to touch it, but I'm going to end up having to and burn my finger, and that's just the way it is. Because you know what? The show must go on. How did that get loose? I don't know, because it was tight as fuck. All right, slides back in there fairly easily. Now, when you talk about cranking this thing down, I am going to crank this thing so tight this time. I can see the chat going crazy. Such a disaster. What the fuck? Oh my god. How funny is that? Son of a bitch, it's hot. So I gotta be kind of careful. Alright, let me see. Do I have it in that spot bottle? No. So let's do this. Let's open it back up. I'm having trouble now that I have the one in there. So let's just get it back in good so I ain't got to worry about this again. Hold it nice and tight. And it is literally, it's very awkward to turn this. It's really awkward. All right, so is it, can I put my finger on it? Yeah, it's cool. All right. So I'm going to push that in there as best I can. Push them both in there as best I can. And let's crank this down. Now, that is... You want to talk about tight. Oh my god, that's tight. That's as tight as I can go. Oh my god, this thing is awful. And I'm already starting to bend it. Whew. Okay. Slow down, Scott. Freddie, I'm trying, brother. I am trying. It should not be. Oh, Tom Dean's calling. Did I lose connection? Let's see if what Tom has to say. Hey, Tom, you're live on the Vape at 5.
Dude, you're fucking making me fucking tweak here.
Why?
Put that tool down and use a screwdriver. I don't mean to holler, but you're frustrating yourself and you're using that little tool. Use a fucking screwdriver.
It's too big.
Really crank that fucker down.
No, you can't because you gotta
have screwdrivers that'll fit that.
That's too big. It's too big, and it's dented in. You can't use one. I'm telling you. A screwdriver, well, probably would, but I don't have one near me.
Kidding me? What a piece of shit RDA.
It's not a piece of shit. Well, we'll see.
What a piece of shit RDA, dude. That sucks. All right, I'm sorry. Get back to your show. Love you, man.
Love you, man. He said, what a piece of shit RDA. I'm not saying that yet until I use it. The screwdriver, so yeah, of course, it looks like you could take a Phillips head to it. But I don't have a Phillips head that big within arm's distance, and I planned on using everything in the box. So if you see how it indents in there, like a regular Phillips head would not work. You need a big flat head is what you need in order to do it. Yeah, but that's it right there. So let's go ahead and wick it up, and then I will try to vape this bad boy. So let's bring this up just a little bit. Yeah, that tool is similar to what we use on the DS. And the one on the DS actually works really, really well. This one is a little different. Now, granted, I mean, I'm doing it live. It's my first time doing it. So it probably would be a little bit easier the next time I do it. But, all right, go ahead and put these in here. All right, cut these off. What are those things called? Aglets? Aglets? Putting blood and sweat and tears. That's right, Tracy. See that? Well, the thing was, you know what? I didn't let on, but when I first took that fucking coil off, that shit was so hot. It burnt the fuck out of me. But I didn't want to, I tried not, you know, I just kind of gritted and bared it because I didn't want to be like a, you know, oh, I burnt myself. But yeah, it got me pretty good. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. We'll get it wicked. I'm excited to actually wick it. I kind of like the way it looks. I don't like that top, but that's okay. We'll see. The most important thing is how it performs. So we'll see. Comb this out. I'm going to bring this over just a little bit. And then we're going to, there we go. All right. Pull that off of here. Doobie doobie doo. Tommy said, what a piece of shit. Oh, I will not say that yet. Let me use it for a couple days and I'll let you know. I can cut that one a little bit shorter on this side here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and tuck this in here. There we go. Tuck this in here. Can you guys see it? Okay, good. I'm trying to do it so make sure I'm right in front of the camera for you guys. And see the can you see the hole there for the squonk? Try to put the wick right there underneath it on both sides. There we go. So it gets the very end of my wick. So I kind of laid the wick. See how I kind of laid the wick out a little bit like that? Just to make sure it wicks correctly. And I probably could have cut this a little shorter. I got in the mindset that it was going to be too short, so I left it a little long. But it could have stayed. It could have it could have stood to be a little bit shorter. But that's okay. We'll get past it. One thing you can also do, if you ever have problems wicking your RDAs, one thing you can do is clean that up a little bit. If you don't have one of these tools to make it really, really, really easy. All right, let's squonk it. See what it looks like. Okay, so the squonk, boy, it really pushes juice out. That is for damn sure. Juice is flying out everywhere. Now, typically, but what I was gonna say, if you ever have problems wicking your RDAs, put juice on the wicks, and it goes in there much easier. It'll stay together much easier for you. Do I have any juice, Lena? I do. Mango Passion. Where is my good Life's Peachy? Let's have a little of Life's Peachy. Now I'm gonna do the mango. The Mango Passion by guess who? There she is. Miss Jane. I just saw her in chat. Go ahead and wake this up. And, boy, that smells good. Man, that smells good. The fucking mango. I'm a huge fan of mango. This cotton wicks really, really good. I remember, I haven't used this cotton in a bit, but it wicks really, really well. All right, I'm going to turn the wattage up. So let's go here. I'm going to kick this up to, let's go to 100 watts. Yeah, there we go. All right. Do you notice that? Okay, so I want you to look at a couple things. one, look at the coil on this side. Look at the coil on this side. The length of the leads are exactly the same. The distance from the post. All right, let's try this. I'm going to move this one back just a bit. But I don't want to pull it out of the post. So I'm just going to kind of move it. See if I can kind of work it out. See how that one lights first? It's kind of weird. Wicks really well. There we go. What it was this one was grounded to the deck. Now, there's one thing that I'm going to show you guys that I just looked at, all right? And this is something that you're going to have to be aware of. Do you notice? Let me see if I can get this in here. Do you notice how this comes beveled out right there? That part right there comes out at a curve. So, do you look how far receded or recessed the clamping system is? You see that? So, what does that do? That basically you put them in up against it. And since this comes out a little bit, see how that comes out around there? You have to make sure that your coil is separated. But I'm really, really cautious not to pull it too hard because what? Now they're both, now it's fine. But what was happening was this little part here was coming out and touching my coil. All right. Whew, man, I'll tell you. That is a design flaw. All right, let's bring it back up top. Wow, is that on super loud? Am I super loud? I just saw everything go red on my... Hey, what's up, guys? I forgot. I forgot I was the dog. I forgot I was the dog. All right, let's get the cat back on here. No locking system on the airflow. I don't think. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there is so it's in 5 pieces. So this top cap and the top cap spins to control your airflow. Tommy's like, that fucking RDA sucks. Flavor's good. It's hot. That's the coils I put in there. Those 30 Ts are fucking hot. I mean, you got to put your big boy pants on because they are big boy, big girl pants on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be careful with how I say things. I'm really nervous. Okay, I don't. You know, this is nothing against anybody. But I'm really nervous about the new generations of people coming up that are really sensitive about the way that people say things. It makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. So I try to be very politically correct. So I don't want to make anybody mad, and so you have to be careful what you say. And what really got me was the "Baby It's Cold Outside" song. Do you hear about that? The "Baby It's Cold Outside." Did you guys hear about that? That they want to ban that song because they say that it's I think it's about date rape. And it's no, it's just a stupid song. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it made me really nervous. I was like, wow, how out of... And, of course, as somebody my age, the thing that I think is, yeah, I would throw that thing right in the trash. I'm going to vape it for a week, and then I'll review it next Wednesday. I'll vape it for a week, and I'll let you guys know. So here's the look of it. And it's on the spade there. Yeah. It good flavor. Lots of vapor production. Just feels like it's really... That post is so damn big that it really limits the size for the coils. So I really think I probably should have went... I think I really should have probably went with some fused Claptons, something a little smaller than putting in those 30 Ts, because 30 Ts is a pretty big build. It's 3.4s. It's big. You know what I mean? So it's not huge. It's an alien. 3-core alien. It's not like it's giant, but it's bigger than a fused Clapton. Yeah. But Charlie, you got to also remember that it was as a consumer, I'd never wicked this RDA before. So after a consumer, somebody like you or I, had wicked it a couple times, then it would probably get a lot easier. Right. And quite frankly, like what Tommy said, go find a fucking, I would go find a screwdriver that fit it and use it. I wouldn't use that little bear tool. Where the fuck that thing is. I don't even know what that is. I can honestly say that this will probably be the last stuff that Ismoda sends me. Because I'm going to destroy this thing. I'm going to destroy it. I don't know. We'll see. The vape experience is not bad. Once you're past everything, it's not bad. It's a decent vape. Good flavor. Build it right the first time. If you started with so that would be my suggestion is get yourself like 226 gauge fused Claptons. Don't try to put anything elegant in this thing. Don't try to put anything bigger than that in here. Just, it's not that type of RDA. I already had my heart set on what I wanted to vape instead of really looking at the RDA and picking what I should vape, which is I just wanted to vape the 30T build, so I was like, I'm vaping that. And instead of Gunsmith, Cloud contest. Look at the cloud production on this thing. Hold on. The dog! Could you imagine if you went to a cloud comp and I just walked in like this? What's up, dude? Some dog. I'm here to win. Who's getting... just walk in and be like, who's getting second, dude? Who's second? There's a dog right here. Fucking number one. You're not allowed to use variable wattage mods. Fuck, I'm not. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I is? You see this fucking feather? I'm the dog. I use whatever the fuck I want. My competition. I'm the winner. Beth, hold my vest, Beth. Now the green screen, you can't really see it, literally. Like my whole basement now is dark. Everything. So much fucking vapor came out. The flavor on it's good. It is mid airflow. The airflow is right on those coils. With surface, it's got pretty good distance, but man, I'm just really worried really worried I'm gonna ground it out again. Scott Doggy Dog, you're right. Spitback, not really, Charlie. Not really. It's a flat open 810, Goon style 810, flat drop, not concaved at all, but really no spitback. And I'm going to tell you why there's no spitback, and I'm going to show you why there's no spitback. Because you have this fucking monstrosity in there. Look at that thing. I don't know if it'll focus on it or not. Look at that. That's looking down it. So the reason there's no spitback is because you're basically got that fucking thing in the way. Purging it can be a problem. What time is it? Damn, we're going long today. And I kept it up all time. Let's keep rolling out. Let's find out. Veronica just called. Let's see what Veronica. You want to call? Shall we do that part of the show where we call Veronica? Let's do it. Let's call Veronica. What do you say? Here she is.
Hello?
Veronica, you're talking to the dog live on the Vape at 5.
Oh, God.
What are you doing?
What's up? I'm at Kinko's.
You're at where?
I'm at the Lion's Den.
They don't know what the Lion's Den is. They're not from Columbus.
I'm at the adult Chuck E. Cheese trying to find you a real nice dildo.
Dildo. No, you're not. What are we doing for dinner, and what time are you coming home?
I don't know. I tried calling you, but you're busy.
Yeah, I've got a new RDA that I was wicking up for the group here, and bleeding. I'm bleeding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's Band-Aids in the medicine cabinet.
I'm going to need one. I'm going to need you to apply medical assistance when you get home.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Are you coming home soon? I miss you.
Yes. No, you don't. Bye-bye now.
I do miss you very much. She hung up. How dare you hang up on the dog? This thing is so itchy. Lion's Den porn shop. That's what it is, Cloudy King. We don't go to the Lion's Den. I actually went there one time with my daughter. She went with my wife and my daughter and her husband. It was awful because I don't even know what to look at in there. Everything's so odd to me. Like, I don't even know what to look at. I just went and looked at the porn section because they have like a porn section there. I just went and looked at that. I was like, I like porn. Porn's all right. Go look at that. There's nothing else in there that really interests me at all. Get lube. Darth Vapor's trying to get me some shocking. It's funny because when I just sit here and talk, more people tune in instead of me doing my show, which is kind of funny. Oh shit! Nick just went live. All right, we're gonna shut her down so Nick can go live. I'm cutting into his time. All right, guys, love you guys. I will see you again on the Vape at 5. If you want to join the Patreon, jump in there. We got a giveaway this week. 3 sets of coils to you. They'll be sent out Saturday for a $5 pledge. So you're getting like $24 worth of coils for $5. All you got to do is pay shipping. So let me know. You can sign up. The link is below to Patreon. Love to have you in there. It's a lot of fun. We got all kinds of stuff going on. And you get Veronica, which is a perk. All right, guys. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow on Vape at 5. We got Rig Friday. Make sure that you repost from CollinVapes page and join me tomorrow for the Vape at 5. See you tomorrow.